All right, guys, Legal Life back again. Got another video for you guys. I want to get into a couple of different concealed carry options that I went through over the years, and we'll get into the pros and cons of each of them. This right now, we're gonna go over a basis of holsters that are for the Glock 43. So all these holsters except for one are for the Glock 43, but this works across any platform, any handgun. Because holsters are holsters, they're gonna do pretty much the same thing, especially when they come from the same company. So getting into this was the first holster I bought. This is a Pegasus holster. Just a cheap Amazon holster that I got. It is a closed bottom, one belt loop hook. And one thing I can say is it's comfortable. And it doesn't print. That's one thing about this holster. It doesn't really print, and it's because the belt loop rides kind of high. So the gun sits low. So it might impede your draw a little bit, but you're gonna get a nice concealed gun, nice tucked away. The one problem I did have with this holster was the clip right here. No matter how much you tighten this, you're gonna get some wobble. And the belt I was using at the time was the Groove Life, and it was extremely thin. So with that being so thin and this being kind of thick, you have play in there. So the butt of the gun would tilt, and it would just it was real annoying. The gun would never stay in the same place. It would move around a little bit, and because of the belt being so thin and this moving around, I just had to get away from it. So moving on from there, my next option, I went on to the website and I got me a tier 1 concealment. So with this tier 1 concealment, it had 2 clips and a wing. So with that, I felt like I was gonna get a better, more stable holster. You know what I mean? Instead of this one moving around, canting side to side, and me having to adjust it constantly, I get one that would stay in its place. It had the wing and it wouldn't move. And that's exactly what this holster did. It stays in its place, it doesn't move. I really like it. The one thing I didn't like about it is it's a closed bottom. So same thing with this one, closed bottom. If you want to run some kind of threaded barrel or compensator or whatever, it's not going to work with these. So when I got this, I was looking into carrying a second mag with me and stuff like that. So I was looking into options for that. I would just throw one in my pocket. I know a lot of people do that, but I got in touch with a company and they sent me out something. It's Evolve 3D, and they sent me out their Ripcord. So now this is a pocket mag holder. So I do have empty mags here. And as you can see, it slides right into your pocket. Your magazine slides right into here. And this works for all different magazines. So Glock 19, 17, SIG mags, 1911 mags. It's adjustable. So you can put it as tight as you want it to be and as loose as you want it to be, you know? So I started looking into different options and I came across this and they sent it out to me. Thank you to the people at Evolve 3D for that. I like it, I really do. I was running this for a while, and when I started to upgrade my gun and I realized that the closed bottom system wasn't working for me, I went looking around for another holster. So as you can see, this one has, as a sweat guard, this one, no, not really much. It's nothing. This is pretty much your no or low sweat guard. And on here, this is your medium sweat guard. So I was experimenting with the sweat guards a little bit. I didn't like going too high because if I bent over and either my gun was out the holster or whatever, I didn't really like how it felt. So from here, I moved on to T-Rex Arms sidecar. So now this holster right here did everything I needed for me. This was the first type of holster I did buy. I bought it for my Glock 19 and that's what I was carrying it with. So I didn't buy it with the sidecar for my Glock 19. I actually had it with just the other attachment. So when I did convert it over to buying one for the 43, I decided to get the extra mag caddy with it. And it does come with one of these just in case you don't want to use it. And from there, it took care of my problems of having to carry extra mag and needing something to carry that extra mag in, whether it's a pocket mag holder or one that goes on your belt. So with this one, I can't complain at all. This is by far my favorite holster. It is used for, it's safe and clear, my Glock 43. So as you can see, slides right in there. Open bottom design, so I was able to fit the compensator in there. extra mag right on the side. This right here is my perfect setup. I love it. It works great. Medium sweat guard on here. I didn't want to go too high with the sweat guard. Like I said, I don't really like it like that. Extra magazine, of course, mandatory. I mean, I don't know what you guys like to run for your setup. I know a lot of people who don't like the added weight of an extra mag or the added bulk of the extra mag, so they'll run either something similar to this or something similar to this. Me, for my body build and my body type, running something like this, it doesn't benefit me, because instead of having an even front of your pants, you'll have a bulge on one side and it'd be flat on the other. You know what I mean? And I wear, like, everybody knows what era we're in. It's skinnier stuff. We're not wearing the baggy stuff and the super thick stuff anymore. Wintertime, it's not much of a factor, but in the summertime, stuff like this, it being in one side, it kind of, instead of having a nice round front to your pants, it would give you a little bulge and then it would come down on the other side. I didn't really like that. It didn't work for me too crazy. So when I did get this surrounds the whole front of your pants. So you get an even spread across the front of your pants. So it doesn't lead to that weird bulge on one side when you're carrying one of these or whatever, you know what I mean? But the drawback to this is your belt. So now your concealed carry belts, depending on what belt you run, it's gonna depend on a lot of things. The buckle and so on and so forth, how thick it actually is. But with mine, I run into the problem of the belt buckle in the front. It either doesn't fit in between here because you have that second layer of belt that won't fit under these clips. So it causes you to have to cant your belt buckle off to the side, and which that's basically what I did. And I figured out I'm gonna run my belt buckle off to my left or my right side, and then it just leaves the front open to that straight belt material, no buckle, no nothing. You can just slide your holster in there and it works perfect. You know what I mean? For some people, it might be an annoyance if you don't like moving your belt buckle to the side, or it's something that is uncomfortable to you. Because I know a lot of people, it might mess with your hip, it might dig into your hip or something like that. I mean, to each his own. Let me know what you guys run down in the comments. If you guys like the sidecar option, or you prefer a holster with just your gun, mag in the gun, or you prefer a holster with a spare mag and some kind of pocket mag holder or a belt mag holder. Let me know in the comments down below, man. This is Legal Life. I'm out of here.